Hello listeners, today we are going to see 3 games from the 100 classical attacking games. So let's start. The game started with e4, e6, d4, d5, knight c3, bishop b4, the whenever variation. Now knight g2, de4, a3, bishop e7, knight into a4, everything right. So we can fast forward now, both sides develop their pieces. Yeah. Now castle. Knight into f6 check, just exchanging some knights. Bishop into f6. c3, interesting, defends the pawn on d4. Queen d5. Queen e2. Now the trap is that here you can take, but it's not that good. I think because then bishop e4 is coming, long castles is coming. I don't think that the g2 pawn is worth it. So that's why he played c6. Short castle, rook e8, rook a d1, both sides develop their pieces, bishop d7, rook fe1, queen e5, queen c2. Attacking the h7 pawn. Black plays g6, just consolidating. Now Mr. Lasker carries out a brilliant plan. He plays bishop e5. Now you say this bishop was very good here. Why did he exchange? Because when he played d6, he wants to fianchet to his bishop. But by that he made some dark square weaknesses on his king side. So if we exchange this dark colored bishop with the dark colored one, then there would be weaknesses there. So bishop g7, h4. White just consolidates this position. The dark square bishop isn't going anywhere. Queen to d8, attacking the h4 pawn. h5, white storms the pawn down the board. Queen to g5, bishop into g7, king into g7. Now rook to e5, amazing plan. White's idea is that when the queen goes and then he'll sack another pawn. Yeah, so he played rook d1, rook d8, queen c1, threatening something like h6, rook a d8, rook 1 e3. White plans to get his rook on the king's side, something. So bishop c8, rook h3, king f8, queen h6 check, rook g7, h into g6, h into g6, bishop into g6. Amazing sacrifice. Yeah, this is brilliant. Why? Because it is brilliant. Like white just sacrificed the bishop. Queen f6, rook to g5, king to e7, rook to f3, queen into f3. There's no other option. I mean, black can't do anything now. Rook d g8, king f1, just getting the king of the file. Takes, queen s2. Now all the position is clear. White is 2 points up because he has a queen against rook and a bishop and a pawn also, and black's position is devastated. This bishop is just gone. Why? Because it's too passive. Yeah. So now king to d7, queen to f4, f6, c4, a6, queen h4, rook g5. White just makes few moves and makes the game good for him. Queen h7, king d8, and this is just a matter of technique. He won the first pawn. He's now 3 points up. Now check. the bishop blocks. Then king e2, he brings the king to the endgame. Queen h8 check, king c7, queen f2. Now the queen goes to d6. Nice maneuver by the way, from h8 to h2 to d6. Now rook to h5, king e3. White is bringing the king to the game. Rook to f5, king e4, rook h5. Black is trying to construct some type of a fortress here. Queen f8 check, king c7, queen f4 check, king c8, queen d4, queen d6, rook f5. But now this fortress is not going to last longer. White brings his king from the queen side, I think so. Yeah, he just triangulates his king. Now check, queen d6, and now it was just game over. Because why? Black has to leave the fortress. At last, white has the rook in its arms, so black cannot do the fortress now. So this was the first game. Alright, very instructive one, how Lasker regroups the pieces. So now the second game is even more instructive. Danowski versus Tennis. So this game was really interesting. I mean, it just got the heartbeats up for both players. So the game started e4, e5, knight f3, knight c6, bishop b5, a6, bishop b4, d6. This is called the modern tennis variation. Castle, knight e7, bishop b3. Now trying to play something like knight g5 and things like that. Knight a5, black attacks the bishop, d4, takes, c5 attacking, but this is a positional mistake because it weakens the d6 pawn. Knight f5, knight into f5, e into f5, knight into b3. Now two intermediate moves by white. Rook e1 check. Now black plays bishop e7, f6. Point at the blue. G into f6, a into b3. White takes it. D5, queen h5, queen d6, knight c3, threatening the d5 pawn. Bishop e6, knight b5, queen c6, rook into e6, queen into b5, bishop to h6. White gets the bishop in, king d8, queen into f7, rook e8, rook e1, queen d7, bishop to g7. White just gets the pieces in, rook c8, bishop into f6, bishop into f6, queen into f6 check, king c7, queen e5 check. So now the third game, Zukertort versus Tennis. This game was really nuts. d4, d5, c4, c6. The semi-Slav. Yeah. Now e3, bishop f5, knight c3, e6. This is one of the main lines. Now bishop d6, a3, bishop d6, c5 attacking the bishop goes back, b4 getting some pawn chain here, but e5, right break at the moment, he breaks the center, interesting. Takes, bishop e2, knight gf6, bishop b2, e4, gets the knight away, and then h5. This is a very good position for black, I can say, like practically it's very good. C minus 1.2. Now h3, here the computer suggested rook to h6. Kudos if you found this move, because this move like activates the rook from Yeah, from this file, threatening rook to g6 and things like that. So a4, knight to g6, b5, knight to h4, g3, knight to g2 check. Now the king is under attack. King to f1 and now knight into e3 check. Boom. Amazing knight sacrifice. Now f into e3. If he did not take the knight, then just his queen would hang. Yeah, like this. So f into e3, bishop into g3, king to g2, bishop to c7. The bishop goes back, queen g1, rook h6. Amazing rook lift. The rook wants to get activated from here. King to f1, rook to g6, queen f2, attacking the this bishop. Now queen to d7 was played in the game. D into c6, b into c6, rook to g1. White just gets his forces. Bishop into h3, king e1, knight g4. Now there's nothing left in the game. Minus 3.5. Bishop into g4, bishop into g4. Tennis black has like 3 pawns against a bishop and a bad king for white. So this is completely lost. Knight e2, queen e7, knight f4, rook h6. The rook goes here. Bishop c3, g5, attacking the knight. Knight e2, rook f6. Now queen to g2, rook f3, attacking the e3 pawn. Now knight to f1, rook to b8, king to d2, f5. Black just brings the king. Bishop f4 I think is an interesting alternative. If he takes, then e3. Yeah. So now if king e1, then I suspect rook f2. Yeah, rook f2. So bishop f4 I don't think is that bad. C minus 1.4. Yeah, now the engine suggests rook e1, but that is completely out of the game. E into f4 is minus 3. Yeah, like bishop f4 was a good alternative. Here he could have played rook d3 check. The king goes back, bishop into e2, and black just wins the piece back. So moving on to the game, a5, f4, rook h1, queen f7, takes, rook f2, attacking the white queen. Now the queen takes on f2. There's no other option. I mean, queen into f2, knight into g4, bishop f4 check. Now the king goes to c2, h into g4, bishop to d2, e3, attacking the bishop. The bishop goes back, queen to g2, threatening queen e4. Black is just 4 points up. There's nothing left in this game. Minus 10. See, minus 17.4 the engine evaluation is. King d7, black just gets his king, rook h7, king e6, rook h6, king f5, bishop into e3, bishop into e3, rook f1 check, bishop f4, and white just resigned because this is hanging. Yeah, the king is in danger. The rook is hanging. This bishop, this queen, and this rook are doing very good job. White is 6 points down, so that's why he's resigned. So fantastic 3 games. Okay, so today is Dada Saheb Phalke death anniversary. Dada Saheb Phalke was the father of Indian cinema. Yeah, he is called as the father of Indian cinema. So I am going to tell some facts about him. His real name was not Dada Saheb Phalke but Dhundiraj Phalke. Yeah, he he was a beside he was a filmmaker. He was also a very good artist, a painter, sculptor, and sketchist. Yeah, he had learned all this from the from a school in Mumbai of arts, one of the prestigious schools in Mumbai at that time in arts. He also he also knew magic. Yeah, he did magic. He was a very good magician, and in his career spanning 2 decades, he made over 121 films and 26 short films in his career. Yeah, this I have made this movie this in his see Dada Saheb Phalke. So today in the Hindi calendar is Vijaya Ekadashi because today is Madh Krishna Gara, so today is Ekadashi. So this was the game. I hope you like this video. Don't forget to just comment bell icon. Thank you.